Hi guys, my name is Vanessa Buckley. I am with the Health Professions Advising Center on campus. I am an ambassador and I'm here to just give you guys some tips on how to pursue a non-science degree, but also be interested in health professions and how to navigate that. So first off, just a little bit about myself. I am a Health Professions Advising Center ambassador, like I said before. I am actually a psychology major interested in pursuing pre-med. So I definitely understand what it's like to be able to pursue a non-science degree and be interested in health professions. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips and strategies on how to navigate that. So the first thing you want to start off with, if you're interested in majoring in a non-science degree but wanting to go into a health profession, is know what classes that you need to take, specifically what science classes. Because the thing about majoring in a non-science degree is that you won't have it where like science majors, a lot of times they have their science classes built into their schedule, their 4-year degree. Whereas a lot of times with non-science majors, you would have to take your science classes outside of your regular classes. So they're not actually built in. So I wanted to give you this resource and kind of like share with you what it looks like. So here. So actually I wanted to go here and I wanted to show you guys this health career prerequisites. So here is the pre-health core requirement. So it gives you all these courses, and these are what you generally should be taking if you're going into any health profession. So this is the general requirements. And then if you scroll down, there are requirements that are different for either one. So if you could see for like medicine, there's some that there's requirements there that are different for pharmacy. It just really depends. So you should know what health profession you're interested in going into and make sure that you know what class you're going to need to be taking and what your and yeah, that's the important thing that you should know. So let me stop sharing. So then also you should start taking your science classes early. So it's very important because when you get into your upper division classes for your major, your non-science major, for example, most of your time will be spent taking those classes. So it's not going to be a whole bunch of room to really be taking your science classes whenever. So you want to start taking these science classes as early as possible so you can have time to graduate in the 4 years. That's something that's very important. So in order to do that, you should try to fit it where your schedule. So you should meet with your academic advisor for your specific class or college that you're in. So if you're in CHAS, for example, you would go and that's the College of Humanities and Arts and Social Sciences. So you would go and meet with your academic advisor, and you would be able to go and talk to them about the fact that you're interested in health profession, and they can help plan out your schedule and help you make a course plan to where you could figure out when you could take these science courses. Also, I would recommend visiting HPAC and talking to a Health Professions Advising Center advisor and being able to let them know, help you navigate on that path to be able to go into your health profession. Another thing is you want to explore your interests in your health profession. So there is a website that I also want to share you guys with. Let me show it to you. Okay, so here. It's called explorehealthcareers.org. And so here with explorehealthcareers.org, you can go and explore these different health professions. So it's one thing to remember, especially as a non-science major, that you don't have to just go into the core ones. You can go into arts and humanities and health. You could be like a medical librarian or a medical illustrator. So I think it's definitely important to explore the different health professions that are available and not just limit yourself in one box that you have to be a doctor, you have to be a nurse, or you have to be a pharmacist. Those are the only ones you can go into. There's over 120 health careers, so it's very important that you go and explore and pick the right one for you. And then another thing I wanted to talk about, of course, was to visit HPAC. So visiting HPAC, you can talk to your advisor, again, like I said, but you'll be able to make that course plan. You'll be able to see what resources are available to really help you get like clinical experience, see if you're on the right path. You're able to pick up sheets like that health career prereq sheet that I showed you. I mean, it's online, but you could also go in there and pick that up. And then you want to make a plan to implement these classes into your schedule. So see what works best for you, what works best for your neighbor. Maybe if you're like a psych major, there could be some overlap with these classes where, like for me, I know as a psych major, I have to go and actually be have overlap with some neuroscience classes. So there could be that overlap where you can fit some of those classes into your schedule, but it just really depends on you. Another thing that I did want to share with you guys was this resource called the, it's a contract here. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So here's a contract. So usually if you're in like the College of Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, if you're in a non-science major, you usually have to sign some type of contract with your academic advisor that kind of like tell them, okay, you're interested in a health profession, and they'll show you what classes you're going to need to take. So like the whole bio series, the chemistry, so OChem, general chem, usually maths all the way up to calculus, all of the physics series, biochemistry, stats. So you need to take all these classes. And the rule with the life science core is they want you to be able to take these classes without getting a C- or below. If you get a C- or below, they're usually make you actually stop taking those classes, so you don't have the opportunity. So it's better to do as good as you can, because you don't want to have to stop in the middle of taking your science classes because you did poorly. So these are the classes that they usually say that you should take. So this is generally what you should take for like all health professions, but you know, these are for the other ones, specifically like medicine, things of that nature. So it's good to have all these classes. So this is usually what you would sign. And then you would go and talk to your academic advisor about you being interested in health professions. They would have you sign this, and you would have that contract, and they would know, okay, so if you fall below a C- in any of these classes, then they're gonna keep you from being able to take those science classes. So that's something that's can be an issue, but as long as you stay up with your coursework, and I can't say this enough, take advantage of your resources. So going to like tutoring, going to office hours, going to supplemental instruction, doing whatever you can to keep your GPA up, not only for applying to your health professional school, but also as a non-science major for being able to go and actually be able to stay and take these science classes, because you do have to sign that contract. Is very important. And also another thing I want to say, as a non-science major, a lot of times you don't have as many science classes as like the science majors would have. So because you don't have as many science classes, you don't have, it's not as easy to keep up your science GPA. Like it's not easy in general, but for the science majors, they have more science classes. So if they did mess up, not only do they not sign a contract because it's built into their major, so they can be able to retake the class how many times they want. But for the non-science majors, also, since you don't have that many science classes, your science GPA, so that's a GPA that's based only on your science classes, only gets based on a small portion of classes. So if you do bad on one class, it's really going to tank your science GPA. And that's something that health professional schools really look at. So another resource I want to show you guys was here. Okay, so there's this GPA calculator that's on our website for HPAC. So you can download it. And so if I just say click here to download file, I can actually open it up. And so, hold on. Yeah, okay. So here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so wait, let me go back and then share it here. So here you guys can see that you can have your, here's a resource we have, which is your GPA calculator. So that can really help you, especially as a non-science major. You'll be able to insert all your science classes in here. Or you can insert all your classes, but you'll be able to insert your science classes here. You can put the grade you got. You can put how many units it was. And you would say it's a science class. And since we're here at UCR, we're on a quarter system, so you wouldn't check this. Or you would check this if it's on a quarter system. And so here it'll tell you what your overall GPA is, what your science GPA is, so you really can see how well you're doing. So I think that's something that's very important. I recommend you guys take advantage of these different resources, because it can be difficult trying to be a non-science major and go into a health profession, but I know you guys will be fine. I wish you good luck. And so here are just some of the tips that I just wanted to give you guys, because I know what the struggle is. I've been a psychology major trying to be interested in going into pre-med. So I leave you guys with this final note that you'll be fine. Good luck. Just take advantage of your resources and be able to figure out what classes you need to take, make that 4-year plan, and be able to go and sign a contract with your academic advisor and visit HPAC and be able to make an appointment and see what health professions advising or what health profession you're really interested in, what is best for you. So I am Vanessa Buckley. I am an ambassador for HPAC, and I wish you guys good luck. See you later.